The Great Depression in general, how it happened. What is it? It was when everyone was at their worst financially. In fancy words, there was a huge decline in the economy. Everything became super expensive, which sucked for those with little money. When things become expensive, you need to start budgeting and spending less. When you spend less, the shops and stores that you buy from make less too. So since you save, they have to too. Since less people are buying the product, they need to raise the price in order to profit. Then you start buying even less, and then the prices go up because you're buying less, and then it's just an endless cycle. Eventually, the store owners have to start laying people off since they're not making enough money to pay them. So then the unemployed people have to start saving too because they no longer have a stable source of income. Already wealthy people and those who didn't lose their jobs did not suffer as much during the Depression. Many of the people survived off of government payments called POGI. POGI, also known as government relief payments, were not easy to get. There were a list of requirements you had to meet, which made the process even more brutal. One had to wait in line for hours, publicly declare their financial suffering, swear they didn't own anything of value, and prove they were about to be evicted. Then they would get vouchers to buy food, but it was the bare minimum. Government intervention was complicated. It was risky for the government to intervene because if it works, that's obviously good. But if it doesn't, then the government would have. I said government. Then the government would have wasted a whole bunch of money for nothing. You see this chart? If the government starts spending money on job programs like right there, then the economy can start to get better, and then once it gets better, the government can stop giving money. But if the government stops intervention too fast, then people will lose their jobs again, and the depression might get even worse. Some didn't want the government to intervene. Some were just like, just let it happen, just like let it do its thing, it'll fix itself on its own. But like others were like, the government should do something about it. So they did something about it, and luckily it did work. R.B. Bennett borrows part of Keynes' plan. The plan was to spend money on projects to get people to get back to work. Minimum wages did not exist before the Depression. It wasn't until after that people realized they needed, at the very least, needed to be able to earn enough. What? Minimum wages did not exist before the Depression. It wasn't until after that people realized they at least needed to be able to earn enough to feed themselves. The whole point of minimum wage was to stabilize the post-Depression economy and protect workers by making their jobs worth it. Designed to help protect the health and well-being. Designed to protect the what? Designed to protect the health and well-being of employees, minimum wage continues to protect low-income families and employees to this day. That's all. Goodbye.